today, the topic I want to talk about this week is what is sales? Very basic. We're going to start from the fundamentals and work our way up. Okay? And I know there's going to be people out there, oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what sales is, closing deals, having someone exchange money for your service or product. That's not what sales is. So we're going to start from elementary and work our way up, and hopefully at some point we're going to get to the university and move on and become masters of the sales game. We're going to go ahead and start with the very basic stuff. What is sale? Okay, so when I say what is sales, it's, again, I mentioned some stuff that most people think that's what sales is. Transactions, closing deals, able to obtain a customer. But actually, sales is letting people know who you are and what you do and the name of your company. That's it. That's what sales is. Sales is letting people know what you do, who you are, and the name of your company. Very basic, right? Very simple. You're like, well, no, that can't be it. It is it. All right? Sales is just connecting with people because people don't know who you are. The people that buy your product, the potential people that can buy your product or service, they don't know who you are. Example, drive down your street and go to any shopping center that you see in your street. Any business, all those businesses, 98% of businesses are breaking even, losing money, can't generate $3 million, let alone pass $1 million. 80% of them can't get past $1 million. The biggest problem for the business owners, businesses, is people don't know who you are. That's simple. That's simple. And for that to be, oh, well, if I just do advertising and I should generate some sort of money or some interest. Yeah, but first you got to make money so you can spend money to do some of the marketing and advertising. If you don't have any money, how are you going to go ahead and do that? Unless you're going to learn marketing and advertising by yourself and try to do it, but you still got to learn how to become a great salesperson. Okay? And real entrepreneurs, they're salespeople. Right? They got to sell. In the beginning, they didn't have money. Every big business in the beginning started with one person, two people maybe, and they had to get out of obscurity because that is the biggest problem is obscurity, okay? With businesses and salespeople. Salesperson, I am Raymond Uash. If I'm selling a service or product, let's say I'm selling Google. Okay, Google is a worldwide business, successful company. You say that name, it has a big reputation. But I'm a salesperson for, let's say, a third-party company, or even I sell for Google. I still have to make Raymond Uash stand out. Raymond Uash. So when a company wants to transition and move on to and come to Google, they don't just call any person from Google. They call me. So what does that mean? Again, hey, I'm Raymond Uash. I sell Google. And my company is either I work for Google or it's XYZ. So people can be like, oh, okay, that's Raymond Uash. He works for XYZ. He sells Google. And now you have to keep on reaching out to that person, make new contacts to grow, to talk to more people. So it's a whole process. But the very basic fundamentals of sales is let people know who you are and what you do, name your company. Okay? Now, for the salesperson, the business owner, the salesperson that's selling product or service for a company, sales is prospecting. That is what sales is. The next step of the next degree of sales, step number 2, is sales is prospecting. Sales is prospecting. What is prospecting? Prospecting is reaching out to people, growing my pipeline, growing a base of a clientele, potential people. I target people that use my service or my product, right? So again, if I sell, like I do construction, okay? We do trucking, okay? Dump trucks for construction sites, okay? So I reach out, my team reaches out to companies that use trucking on their projects. I don't reach out to everybody, because if someone's not in the construction industry, there's no reason for me to reach out to them and tell them, hey, because they'll never buy my service because they're not in the industry. So my number one step is, when I'm prospecting, is who uses my product or service. You write that down. It could be B2B, business to business. Like mine's more, my company and what we do is more business to business. Construction companies in our company, so we're B2B, okay? Obviously, a lot of businesses do multiple things. They do B2C, business to consumers. It's just the average day person. Hey, I sell massages. Our company, we do massages. Okay, that's B2C, business to consumers. Consumers are people, just everyday people that buy product and services. B2C, okay? Business to business or business to business. We do business to business. Pretty self-explanatory. Either I'm a business owner or I'm a salesperson selling for a company. I want to sit down and I want to be like, hey, who are the people I want to let know who I am and what I do and the name of my company? Okay, my name is Raymond Uash. I do trucking. I sell trucking to construction sites. So my prospecting is going to be reaching out to everyone that does trucking. They use trucking on their construction sites. I make a list of all those companies that I think that use the service. All right. I do Google. There's all this type of you can get all this information online. It's so easy now to get information online. Just go look for the companies and pretty much jot down a list. Okay? That's what prospecting is. Jotting down a list of companies that use your service or product. And if it's just regular, like just day-to-day consumers, then I reach out to anybody. Right? If I have a massage business, masseuse, I'm gonna reach out to everybody. How do I get my pipeline? How do I get these people? How do I start off? If I'm doing business consumer, how do I start off my business? Business consumer style. I open up my phone, I check my list on my phone, who are the contacts that I have, and I start reaching out to them. Hey, my name is Raymond Uash. We have a company that we do massages. I'm just giving an example. And we tell them, hey man, do you do massages? It's just start getting that out there that people can know, hey, this individual does massages, or they works for a place that do massages. Okay? Then you can go on to the next step, which we'll talk about later on. But right now I'm just touching the surface, trying to get you guys like this into this easy way of like looking at it. Okay? So then you go down your contact list. You prospect people. That's B2C. Okay? B2C. That's to everyone. Your product service works for every majority of people. You just go down your list, check them out, let everyone know you got to call people. Okay? People are afraid of picking up the phone. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, hey man, picking up the phone is nothing. I can call. Hey man, pick up the phone, call some strangers. Call some people that you haven't randomly. It is very, very difficult. There is a lot of people, I've come across a lot of people that have worked for me that are scared to pick up the phone. I have a saying, pick up the phone no matter what. If you're crying, you're scared, pick up that phone. You know, nowadays people just want to text or send an email. There's a bunch of people that send texts and emails. Stick out a little bit, be a little different. do what you need to do is pick up that phone. You know, sales is one of these things where it's an inner battle, okay, to be a great salesperson. Just throwing that out there. I'm not going too deep right now, but it really is all about self-development. Okay, the great ones are self-developed. They're self-confident. They're majority of the time they're self-taught. They work on themselves. They read over, extra hours on how to become better, how to communicate to people better. Okay, that's just giving you a little bit. Okay, but going back to this, sales is prospecting. So you B2C, that's just an example, right? Go down your contact list, do that. B2B is easier when you get those contacts because it's business to business. So you're just literally going on Google if it's Google. Search for the business that you think can use your product or service. Call them. Very simple, right? But there's not a lot of great salespeople. How do you know if a great salesperson is great? They make a lot of money. Let's just cut it. Let's stop it. Okay, listen. If you do not make a lot of money, and you're going back and forth about, I had one person be like, hey man, why are you doing Instagram ads if you're such a salesperson? And you go on their followers and they have like 120 followers. Just common sense. What do you think about that? They're saying to me, why would you do Instagram? I have 26,000 followers. Why would you do Instagram ads if you have an eight-figure business? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then I got his attention to even come on my page to engage, which I don't engage. But see, that's the power of marketing, right? But which we'll talk about that later on as well. So that's number 2, prospecting. You have to be talking to people, reaching out to people that use your product or service. B2B or B2C, all right? And then the final one, and this is, again, all surface level stuff. We'll dig deep in each of these categories later on in coming weeks. But right now, I just want to keep it very, very, basic. Just have you guys kind of look at it and get an understanding of what I'm talking about, okay? Then the third one, obviously, is exchange money for value, okay? Not exchange money for being cheap. It's not that, right? It's exchange money for value. So what does that mean? My product and service has to be legit, add value to whoever is going to come and buy it. Right? Who I'm trying to give it to, who I'm trying to exchange it with, my product or service, you want it to add value to that person. That's why they do the exchange. Okay, they do the transaction. But again, and sales has this bad, aura or bad thinking. People think low of sales, which is crazy to me. Because great salespeople, again, I always want to say great. How do you know a salesperson is great? Is they make a lot of money. And it's not the money making is secondary. They're just really good at the craft of sales. And the money just comes along. It's secondary. It's just because you're so good, you're able to connect to people, you add value to them, and they do an exchange of money. And obviously, that's just what it is, right? So you're out there trying to add value. This is what it really is. Adding value to people so they could buy your product or service, all right? I have something, I know it's going to add value to them, and I give it to them. For us, an example, in the trucking industry, okay? We have a lot of trucks all over Southern California, okay? So for people to do business with us, we're just a one-stop shop. You don't have to call someone in Orange County to get trucks, and maybe that person in Orange County doesn't have enough trucks to fulfill you. Or then if you have a job in Ventura, you got to call somebody else in Ventura to get those trucks. But then how about that guy doesn't have, or that company doesn't have enough trucks? So you're doing all this extra work, and what we provide is one-stop shop. You call us, we'll get you out here in Los Angeles, we'll cover you out in Ventura, we'll cover you out in Bakersfield, we'll take you all the way to Riverside, Okay? So, and you just get to talk to one person. So what does that do is we add value to our customers. Because why? We make it easy for them. And we love taking care of them. All right? We love what we do. I'm hoping that salespeople, you gotta love what you do, what you're selling, what your product is or service. Okay? I know there's a lot of people out here that, they try to, run the game differently, but genuinely the great salespeople really are about what they're selling or their product or service. They're really about it. They really feel like it adds a lot of value. It is something that's going to help people. And again, my example, you get to talk to one person. You have a situation at a truck problem. It's one person. You have jobs in different areas all over in the cities I just mentioned. And you have a problem over here. You have a problem over there. You get to just talk to one person and they handle all of it right away. No issues now, ands, ifs about it. And so what do we provide? See, we provide a lot of value. And so that's what you do. All right. And so you have to add value, not bring down the price. And again, we're not here to take, you're not here to take advantage of your customer or your potential customer. You're here to be fair, what the cost is to get this, if it's a product or service, what the cost is to actually run it. And then a healthy margin in there. That's just not, it's not, oh, or that company's trying to make a lot of money. They're trying to make more money. No, it cost me, let's say, $5 to build this thing. Let's say like a sandwich. Okay, a sandwich. I have a sandwich shop. It takes me $5 to make this turkey sandwich. Okay? $5. Now what I do is I put $5 to make this sandwich. I add in the little bit of time it takes for that person I do the math. I make sure I know what the costs are. That's another thing. Majority of business don't know what the costs are. Okay? Know what it is. Add a healthy mark. Get that total in. It's maybe going to end up becoming like we'll say for example, $6.75. Okay? And a healthy margin in a business to run it, you should be doing like 15-20% on top of that price. That's just a healthy margin of a business. So if you go to business school, they tell you roughly that's around what you should add to the price for it, you providing it to these people now. Okay? That's not stealing, that's not cheating, that's not nothing. That's, hey man, I'm here to help you. Like I just gave you my example of what we do as a company. And our charge and our pricing is fair. It's legit. We're not making $1,000 off each job or like each truck that goes on the job. It's all fair stuff. And we're not again, you're not here to take advantage of your customer. Okay, you're not here to take advantage of your customer. You're here to help your customer. Okay, sales, what is sales? Sales is also helping people. You're helping people with your product or service. Okay, whether it be entertainment product, like, hey, I have a board game I made, whatever. Okay, that's entertainment for them. Okay, you're helping them get some entertainment so they can have fun. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but sales is helping people with your product and service. Okay, making it better for them. Obviously, we're not going to try to sell something that's going to make it worse. All right, I know there is people out there that do that. They do some other stuff. Hey, man, I'm talking about sales 101. The legitimate sales is to help. So again, exchange money for value. That is what actual sales is. This is a quick little surface, elementary, very basic fundamentals. Because at the end of the day, you got to build your fundamentals. Okay, so I'm starting off with like fundamental stuff so that you guys work on your fundamentals. Now this maybe hopefully, and you guys should be like, oh, okay, this is pretty good, pretty well self-explanatory as far as like the basic stuff that I just explained. Okay, obviously you can dig deep into the prospecting, which I will in the upcoming weeks. Okay. And the big one is like adding value. How do you add value to your product and service? How do you add value to your product and service? Those are the next videos that I'm going to come up with. But I just wanted to start off with this one. And again, sales is the best job in the world, like to me. And I only say that is if you're about getting better, self-improvement, and actually are hungry and a workaholic, like meaning that I'm gonna work, not just like on working on like making calls or reaching out to people or prospecting, but I work on self-development, get my mind right, learning, keep on learning, keep on reading, listening to audio tapes. There's so many things out there now that gives you so much information in different types of ways. There really isn't an excuse that I can't learn. Because people are, books is one thing. I'm too bored. I can't read the book. Okay, there's audiobooks. I can listen to it. I can listen to it while I'm driving. Why are you just sitting in the thing listen to something that's going to marinate your brain, marinate your mind, marinate your thought process, your thinking. All right? And then that opens up other things that you may not realize now, but I promise you it will. It will. All right? So again, this week is what I wanted to talk about. What is sales? And again, every week I'm going to be dropping new videos, new topics. Next week I want to dive into prospecting. Okay, we're going to dive into prospecting and have a better understanding of what prospecting is. All right, and why I like to do business and salespeople. Again, what I said earlier in the video is all great salespeople or business owners, are salespeople. They're salespeople. All right. What is salespeople again? Letting people know who you are and what you do, name your company. That's it. But if I had to grow it to a certain level, I didn't start off with money. If you look at a lot of big businesses, a lot of major ones, Google's, look at Amazon. Okay. In the beginning of his day when he was working in his garage, Jeff Bezos. All right. He didn't have sales. He didn't have money. He had to, reach out to people, get people, sell them the idea of investing in him. Okay. Then when he started getting a little bit bigger, he had to sell other people that work underneath him. Hey, this is going to be a great company. You won't regret this. All that. And this is every business, especially the ones that are really, Fortune 500 companies, the big ones. They all started off with zero. No business came out being super successful. They all started off with zero and they had to grow. So what I'm trying to say is the entrepreneur is a salesperson. And for the businesses that do not you are the owner and you are not a salesperson, you don't know, you don't understand, it's not you, we need to fix that. That is your problem. That's your problem. It's not I'm the cheapest, what I just say. Exchange money for value. You don't know how to bring your value up, let alone bringing up your value, but you got to reach the people so they know, they understand that. So if you're an entrepreneur, which is 98% of businesses, if you go to any of these businesses down your street, look at all these mom and pop shops. You walk in there, they pay zero attention on sales. Zero. So how do you think they're going to survive? Okay. And to the sales guys, salespeople, majority of salespeople don't understand that sales is a craft. They don't even understand letting people know who you are and what you do and name your company is what sales is. Prospecting is what sales is. They don't even know that. They're like, oh, closing deals. That's not sales. That's closing. But that's not sales. That's a part of sales, closing. But that's like in the later. What is sales is very simple. Is what I explained right here. Is what sales is. Okay. So again, keep following my channel. Keep tuning in. I do have our website from thegroundupcoaching.com, which you guys can check out if you guys want some coaching sessions. Again, I have a bunch of available slots, or if you guys want to do some one-on-one stuff, maybe to the business owners, the salespeople. Hey, listen, to the people that think that this is a waste of time, this is a fraud, it's a scam, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look what I just talked about right here. Okay. Look at what I just talked about. You don't think that I know anything about sales? I'm a scam? I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Again, here to help. And so what I want to do is just keep watching my videos. At some point, the ones that are like kind of with it, they'll understand, oh, this guy's talking correct. And the guys that are doing it, they're going to be like, oh, he's right. That's simple. Look what I just talked about. Like what I just said right now, this is not a scam or this is not fraud. This is like real deal stuff that majority of salespeople, business owners have no idea about. So anyways, I'm just gonna let the action do its talking. Okay, I don't have to, none of that. All right, I'm here to help again. I really want to help people. I just said 98% of businesses are not doing well, and salespeople, like 99% of them, they're not doing well. They don't even know that you can make a ton of money and be in control of your future if you're a great salesperson. They have no idea. Okay, they treat it as like, I'm just sitting here. You go to any dealership, car dealership, majority of the guys are standing outside on their phones, like just looking at social media. What are you doing? That's my question. What are you doing? Waiting for someone to walk in and then his turn, her turn, his turn? That's not sales, all right? And what I just said right now is another example. I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, keep following me every week, and I look forward to making it happen for you guys, okay? You can go to the fromthegroundupcoaching.com if you need any coaching, any sessions. Feel free. It's all up to you. And all I say is, even if you're hesitant and you don't know what's going on, it's not like you have to subscribe for a year. You can subscribe for a session. Here's some more stuff I'm just talking about in detail. All right? It's not crazy. You're not locked into anything. So anyways, I appreciate your guys' time. Let's make it happen. FromTheGroundUpCoaching.com. From the Ground Up Coaching, right there. Boom. All right, we'll be in contact next week. We'll talk about prospecting. All right, this is all we got for this week. You guys take care. Have a great week. Let's crush it.